Okay.
I saw your lovely daughter today.
Can't look at you without crying. Sorry.
I saw your lovely daughter today.
Yeah. Well, now you can look at the lovely mama. I hate to help when you're leaving.
Oh, it's okay. Be happy for me.
I'm,
Be happy for me.
oh, yeah, I am. Are you leaving for any particular reason?
Because I'm 78 and I should retire. I've worked hard.
Yeah.
It's time to
Yes, you have.
and enjoy my last 10 years.
I have always felt safe while you were here.
Oh, good. And I did my job.
Yes,
Yeah, I like that.
you like that. I don't like your leaving, but I like that.
Gone. Too far away from me, though. Hello. That's good. And it just went back to where it was automatically. Hello, hello. That's fine. Because I'm off center. Now I have to wait for it. Um, too far that way.
What? Hello. Test 1, 2.
Hi, Jim. I'm still off center. I have more space on this side than I do on this side. Is the Lick Eagle on yours? What's up, Warren?
Yeah, it's being more and more of a hassle.
What?
Just getting a drink.
Oh, busy place. Busy
I
place.
don't have. Look at the spouts there. They're all empty.
I know. Nobody's drinking enough wine. You gotta drink more wine and beer.
Finally.
What are you doing? I'm still not centered. What the hell's that? Bubbles? Nice. Well, that's ugly. What is that? That's ugly.
That's
We went to black and white.
that one's scary. Oh, this is old
Oh yeah, that's great.
Oh yeah, that's 8 mm. 8 mm.
Now it's too red.
All right, we'll go back.
Too bright. There you go. That's good.
Still have channels 1-61 and 1-62. I think we lost them on my set.
62.
Well, not on my set. Something went wrong.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, I did. She started. I did read that.
Okay. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Hump day. 5 more to do. 5 more chats to do. I don't have a lot of announcements, which makes Nancy very happy, but it also turns out that we go longer than an hour. So who knows? We'll see. Penny's busy over there doing something. Where's Carol Lee? Carol Lee here? Carol Lee? Or you can go, Penny. Yeah, I saw Carol Lee fly through. All right, we did a sound check. Anybody out there? 3714? 3714. Call Dan and let him know you can hear me. All right, we'll start with Penny. Little microphone.
Okay, I'll talk into the little microphone. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Good. Hey, I want to thank everybody who is participating in Move More in 24. We did get 158 residents and team members officially signed up. I think that's great. And I know some people picked up the tracking sheets and joined without t-shirts, and that is perfectly acceptable. Anyone who wants to participate, just grab the tracking sheets at the desk. And you all know tomorrow is the big photo. What time's the big photo tomorrow?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. We can all agree on that. Okay, so 2 o'clock. Come down to the lobby in your current t-shirt. If you don't have a current t-shirt, just wear your team color, wear an old t-shirt. I don't care. Just be there. Gather with people in the same color t-shirt. And we're going to have a little quick all team member meeting outside. When we finish, we're going to bring you guys out. We're going to line up in the sunshine. It's supposed to be warm tomorrow. So we will be in the sunshine. Take the photo in the sun. And then we're going to go under the portico. And we have a few games to play. You play our games. You win the Chuck's Bucks. And does anyone know what you get for your Chuck's Bucks tomorrow? Farmers Market. Yes, we will have a lovely table of produce. And the only way you get our produce is by playing our games and winning the Chuck's Bucks. So why are you groaning, Bev? There'll be fun games, hatchet throwing and golf. Okay, they're plastic hatchets. And so we have some fun new games and some old ones, but please do remember to come out and join us tomorrow, 2:00. No shooting gallery. No. But if you want to set one up, let me know. I heard you. I have good hearing. Okay. So May 17th, anyone who still wants to do a Masonic Home tour, we're going to do it by golf cart on the 17th. We'll leave at 1:00, and I'll make sure I put the correct time on your sheets. And do sign up in the binder. Only 5 seats available for this one, and then we'll have alternates. On May 23rd, 2:00, we're going to do a little turkey trot. We're going to go up to Masonic Home, join our friends there. We're going to take a walk. There'll be a short walk. There'll be a longer walk to the event center. And then we are all going to congregate at the ice cream parlor and hopefully the newly cleaned ice cream parlor patio. We'll play the jukebox. We'll have some ice cream. It'll be loads of fun. So join us for that. And tomorrow is the deadline to get your weekly tracking sheets in. Okay, so get it in by noon. For every stamp you get on your sheet, you get your name in the big drawing. Just for turning in the sheet, you get your name in the drawing. So the more stamps, the more chances for the big drawing. So speaking of the big drawing, we're going to do that on June 4th. We're going to have a little Move More in 24 big drawing and social, 4:00. And that's where you can get a tasty beverage, and we'll do that big drawing. So any questions about all that? Okay, so I promised you all a drawing today. So those of you that turned in the hallway scavenger hunt sheets, I think I had 37 of those. So I have a few prizes for that, and I think we'll have Chuck draw the big winner. Dig deep, Chuck.
Dig deep,
Thank you.
dig down to the bottom.
Yeah. Okay, first lucky winner, Sophie Hudnut. Sophie Hudnut. Oh, I didn't say what the first thing was. A $10 gift certificate to the spa, the Acacia Creek Spa. So anything you want to use that for? Okay. Next one is $10 to the general store. And if you don't know where the general store is at Masonic Home, sign up for the tour. Joreen Page. Are you here, Joreen? Well, I'll make sure she gets that. Okay. The last big winner, $25 Visa gift card. Ooh. And this is Ethel Smith. Okay, so Ethel and Joreen, we'll leave those at the desk for you. And we're going to work on a different type of one of these. Someone had some it was Yanesa who had some good suggestions. So look for another little scavenger hunt type thing at the end of the month. Thank you all. Have a lovely day.
Great. Thank you, Penny.
Thank you.
Everybody out tomorrow, 2:00. Picture time. Carolee. Big updates.
Good afternoon, everybody. Does everybody have their favorite tasty beverage?
Yes.
Water. Hey, that's the best kind. Okay, I just have reminders for the month for us today. I have no other stuff, so I get to talk about all the fun stuff now. Okay, so May 13th, speaking of Yanesa and her counterpart over at Masonic Home are doing an open house in our gym annex and in our gym. And that way you'll have an opportunity to meet Sherry if you've never met her before. Because the gym programming over at Masonic Home is open to residents at Acacia Creek as well, if you did not know. So you are more than welcome to go over there. They're more than welcome to come over here. So Yanesa and Sherry are going to do open houses at each other's gyms to invite people over, introduce themselves, show it off a little bit. So we'll have some fun antioxidant snacks, some drinks, and some fun down there. So join us, 2 o'clock, May 13th. The next day, May 14th, we are going to have a gentleman from Washington Hospital, a physical therapist, who's going to come in and talk to us about staying safe as we age. He's going to talk about strength, balance, and endurance, all the good things that we need to have in order to stay upright and stay moving, which is what we're all about in the month of May. So that'll be nice. May 15th, this is an opportunity for you to stamp your sheet. So come down to the gym and see the balance, pace, and power with friends from Masonic Home. And every time I read that title, my mind says balance, peace, and power. I think that's a better title. So come down to the gym at 10:25, May 25th. Bring your handy dandy Move More in 24 sheet, and you'll get it stamped, and you can possibly try a new workout with Yanesa. You'll love it. Okay, on May 17th, we have an outing. Here in Fremont, there is a place that is a bocce ball court and restaurant place. We're going there. Sign up in the binder. So you rent the court. Is that what you would call it in bocce? A court? So you rent the court. We'll play bocce, 1 or 2 games. And then they have a lovely restaurant inside there that has a bar and then anything you can order off the menu. If you've never played bocce before, it's a super fun game. And it's super easy. I mean, really, if you can roll a ball, you can play bocce. It's that easy. So all fitness levels are welcome. It's going to be a fun afternoon. Nancy's going to take you down there and let's play a little bocce. So sign up in the binder. And we're going to do that on Friday, May 17th. On May 22nd, Yanesa and Sherry are going to do glow stick drumming in the multi-purpose room. Now, if you've done this in the past, it's really super fun. Get a good cardio workout. You make some crazy rhythms, and you do it in the dark, and your drumsticks glow. It is fun, isn't it, Betty? It really is fun. And this is another opportunity to boop, 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 get the stamp on your sheet. So come on down if you've never done it before. You'll want to try it out. It's really fun. On May 24th, it's a Friday, we are going to be doing our Memorial Day barbecue to celebrate Memorial Day. Now this one, if you would like to attend that barbecue, you need to sign up by Friday, this Friday, May 10th. If you want to go to the barbecue on May 24th, you must sign up by this Friday in the binder, okay? If you choose to come, we'll charge you a meal credit for it. Come on down, we're going to have fun. And then if you don't want to go, but you want a to-go menu or to-go meal, you just call the day before like normal, say you want the lunch, they'll pack it up for you to take home. But if you want to eat there, just sign up in the binder. Another thing to keep in mind, the dining room will be closed that day because we're serving everything downstairs. So dining room for lunch will be closed. Everything's being served downstairs outside the lobby. So if you want to go, when do you sign up? Friday, May 10th. Woo, this side got it. Right on. Good. Gold Star Street. Yeah, it's open for dinner. We're only closing it for lunch. So if you want to go, sign up by May 10th. Okay, May 29th, over at the Grider Gym, Sherry is going to do fall recovery. So she's going to show you all the clever ways to get up off the floor. So if you fall, or you just want to sit on the floor or do something crazy on the floor, play with your grandkids or whatever, she's going to show you clever ways to get up off the floor. She will also show you great exercises that you can do to build up your strength, endurance, and your power so that it's easy to get up off the floor. Easy exercises you can do at home. You don't even need a big gym. But I think that's going to be kind of fun to see all the ways we can get up off the floor. So join her May 29th at the Greater Gym and bring your sheet because you can get it stamped and another opportunity for a stamp. Last but not least, in the month of May 30th at 2 p.m., long-term health services. We're going to cover the cost and coverage options. Our good friend Chuck here and Joy Lara from Masonic Home, who is the claims manager, is going to answer any questions that you guys have about how cost is billed to you if you use assisted living or skilled nursing services. Okay, so how does that cost work out for you? And they'll answer, I guess, all your personal questions. We hope, he says. So come with your questions. Every contract's a little bit different, so kind of know what your contract says. Be ready to ask them some good questions. And Joy Laura can talk about different types of insurance that you might have, questions you may have about your insurance and how that affects the cost if you go stay at a skilled nursing. Okay. Last two things I have here is save the dates. Save the dates. June 5th, save the date, 11:30 up here in our dining room. If you are in the 90s plus society, we're having our annual luncheon on June 5th at 11:30. Look for more information to come on that. And in June, we are inviting two home care companies, First Light and Assisting Hands, to present on the services that they provide. I know a few of you here have Assisting Hands, home care health workers that come and assist you during the day. And Jay, we met him last Friday at our Tres de Mayo. He was the gentleman that brought our flamenco dancer. So Assisting Hands sponsored that. So they're going to be here to talk about the different options that they have with their two companies. Okay, so be sure to check out the newsletter for that next month. And that's all I got.
My back in the day.
Chuck's doing it back in the day? What? What is your topic, Chuck?
You didn't know that?
I did not know this.
It's on your calendar.
It's on my calendar.
Wow, okay, well, I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, I don't remember the date. Thank you. I love it. Somebody knows the date. The 20th, it's back in the day, and it's me telling my life story, so I doubt anybody's going to be there. I don't really know why you want to hear about my life, but it was suggested, and I was backed in the corner, so it could take 5 minutes. Helen told you. Okay, and I think it's on the calendar. Is it Monday, May 20th? Monday, May 20th. There you go. Circle that one in red. What time, Chuck? 3 o'clock. Somebody's got it down. Thank you, Linda. 3 o'clock on Monday the 20th, up here in the Turkey Roost. Yeah, see, she's got it down. She's already making up questions for me. Yikes. Scary. Learn everything there is to know about Chuck. He likes Cabernet. All right. I have my 5 announcements. It's quickie today. For those that may not know it, the new dish machine is in. You're eating off of real china again. Yay. Sorry it took so damn long for that. That was crazy. But we're glad to see it back. And it's running very well. Casablanca anniversary dinner, Cinco de Mayo. Actually, it was Tres de Mayo. Y'all have a good time? Those were some pretty good dinners. That was some good parties. Especially like the belly dancers. Hope you all had fun at that one. That was a good thing. Kelly already mentioned this. We've got the long-term healthcare options, part 2. We did part 1 where we talked about all of the services and those kinds of things with all the folks that were here. For those of you who attended, we had skilled nursing and pavilion and short-term rehab and everybody here for that conversation. This is part 2. This is about the insurance and the costs and the different contracts. So Joy's going to be here because Joy was very popular at that one if you weren't there, because everybody had all kinds of insurance questions. So it's good to have her come back to help you answer insurance questions regarding healthcare. And that's on Thursday, May 30th at 2 p.m. You don't have to write this down. It'll all be in the notes for you. All right, this is not so much fun, but our friend COVID is back, alive and well. We have a new variant now called KP2. KP.2 is the new variant that's out there. In the last 2-week period of April, they've seen a 25% increase in cases in the U.S. And in the Bay Area. It's not hitting the hospitals yet. It's exactly the same stuff we've dealt with before. I listed all the symptoms on here. I'm not going to read them all off. It's the same stuff you guys have heard us talk about for 2 years now, 3 years. But just be aware that it's out there. It has the same reactions. If you feel like you're getting a cold, if you have a sore throat, you start a cough, any of the common things that seem like a cold, although I'm dealing with a cold now, but mine is pneumonia. It's not a cold. You need to get a hold of your doctor right away. Talk to the caregivers. Get on Paxlovid really quick if you've got the symptoms. Have them come and check with you and talk to you, because it's been proven. You guys get on Paxlovid and this thing will go away really fast and you'll have very light symptoms. The symptoms are very light anyway with this new strain. But again, you want to stay on top of it and get to your physician right away. You need to be on Paxlovid within the first few days that you're showing symptoms. Okay, so just be aware of that it's out there and it's coming across the country.
Chuck, question. The shots that were given to us, they will help to a degree on this new variant.
Yeah, that's a good question. The shots you guys just got, yes, it is a defense against KP2 as well as the previous variants that were out. It's not a guarantee that you're not going to get it. But again, in most cases, you will have a very light dose of it because of that. And the Paxlovid on top of it will make it even better. So it's just a reminder to everybody that KP2 is out there now. And if you didn't get a booster when Mina did that, Mina and Yvonne a few weeks ago, you might look at getting it just to be safe as this one comes out through the summer. That's what they're predicting on it. And keep an eye on your bodies. Watch your bodies. Look for those symptoms and be aware. John.
Once you get it, are they going to be quarantined?
Oh yeah. Anybody who gets any symptoms, we'll test them automatically. And if you have it, it's COVID. It's just the new variant for COVID, so you'll go through quarantine. But the new quarantine rules now are we'll test you on the first day and we'll test you on the 5th day. As before now, the rules are on the 5th day. If you don't have any temperature, if it's gone away and your symptoms are decreasing, the county says we can cut you loose. So the restrictions are much lighter than they used to be. But you need to let us know, because we don't want you sitting in the dining room spreading it around with other folks. That's where we get in trouble, because you're all sitting around the table having a good time, and then all of a sudden I got 6 people with it. And then 12 people with it. So our guard is to watch out what happens in the dining room. So if you feel anything that's kind of goofy, scratchy throat, anything minor, just pay attention to your bodies, listen to them, and call the caregiver, and she'll come and test you, and then get a hold of your doctor and talk to them to see whether you need the Paxlovid. But again, our intent is to keep everybody safe in here so we stay ahead of it and we don't end up with an outbreak. But yes, you would be quarantined, but it appears that it would be a shorter time. What else? Okay, that's that one. We're waiting still for the 160 cylinders to come from Schlage. All of these cylinders are being custom made just for Acacia Creek. So it's taken a little time to get them from the factory. And again, as we talked about before, these cylinders and these keys are so complex that nobody can duplicate them. And they're pretty much invincible to anybody coming in with a bumper key or with a pick set. So as soon as we get these in, the locksmith is ready to program all of them. And then he said it'll take him probably a day and a half or 2 days to change out all the cylinders. So when we get to that point, we'll be giving you more information, and we'll work through the process of getting all your cylinders changed, give you the new keys. And we'll also have you sign a form that says you've got the new keys. We're working on a process for how we're able to work with the housekeepers getting in, because they won't have any keys. And if you're off on an outing or something, we realize that's going to be happening, and we need to have a process. And so we're setting up a process that will cover you as long as you give us an approval to be able to take care of it. We'll take care of it. They'll be allowed in for that day, but they won't have a key. A key holder will have to come and open the door for them to come in and do your service or do your maintenance. So very tight controls on this situation. Once we get everything changed out, it's going to be a different world, and it might take a little delay. Also, on your maintenance requests, we'll have to have an appointment. And we can come in and do it if you're not there, as long as you give us permission to. Otherwise, you need to be there for maintenance to come in, because they won't have keys either. Nobody's going to have keys to your apartments except for 4 or 5 of us. So it's going to be very tightly controlled, and only the key holders will be able to open the doors for folks who need to get into your apartment. But we're going to have you sign a sheet that you got the 2 new keys. That you give us, if you give us approval, you need to sign that on the form that you're giving us approval to go in if you're not home for maintenance or for housekeeping. And if you don't want us in, that's great. You don't sign it, we won't go in. Okay? This is going to be a very tightly controlled system.
So for each time someone comes in, you sign a separate sheet saying it's okay. You don't give a blank.
No, the question is, do you sign it for each time? No, you would sign it one time when you get your keys. In other words, when you get your keys, you're going to sign that you got your new keys, and then you're also going to sign whether or not you allow us to go in, like for the housekeeper to go in on your normal appointment time. You're allowing them to go in. We're not going to ask you to do it every week. That would be way too hard on you all to do that. But they can't go in until they call for a key holder to come and open the door. The key holder opens the door, they will clean the apartment, the key holder will lock the door afterwards when they're done. And then they'll put the standard note on the counter that they've been in, what their name is, and who cleans your apartment. Or maintenance. Yeah, does the question apply to maintenance? Yes. Same thing, because they won't have keys either. So they have to call for a key holder to come in and unless it's an emergency, key holder and the engineer will go immediately. If you've got a toilet overflowing or something like that, we'll go immediately, obviously. It's for assigned maintenance tasks that need to be done, which is why we're requesting you to please call the concierge and make an appointment for any maintenance so that we can schedule that out for the guys. Sometimes they have days where they're running like crazy with a lot of work orders. Other days they're not. So it allows them to schedule the labor throughout the day. And the other piece is that we're going to have Jan's going on vacation for a month to Fiji. He comes back, and then Kevin's going to be off for 3 months for a medical issue. So we're going to be running a little tight, but we also have worked out a deal with some of you may remember Freddie. Freddie's going to help us out during this time. We just did the paperwork yesterday with him. He has another job. He's a plumber, but he has downtimes because of construction. So we worked out a deal with him where he'll cover for us as much as he can on the days that he's not working. So you'll see Freddie around the building here pretty soon. Love the guy. So happy we can get him back for a bit. He's already trained. He knows the building. He knows how to do everything. So it's really kind of a sweet deal for us to get some coverage during those times.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Sorry? Kidnap him? Yeah. I don't think I want to kidnap him. He's certainly not making as much as he's making as a plumber, but like construction, you know, everybody has downtime in construction. We got two vendors we're working with for the hallway cameras, and I'm probably going to go with Applied Video, who is the company who has all of our cameras in the building now. They also are the company who maintains our automatic locking system for the doors. And they also do the same thing at Masonic Home, and they're the company who manages and runs all the cameras up at Grand Lodge. So everybody uses them because they've been with us for a long time. They do really good work. They respond quickly for us. So they're coming down to do an analysis of all the hallways. We're going to walk them, look at and analyze how well we're able to use wireless cameras. Because I want to be able to use wireless and not have to pull 10 miles of cord through the building, which is going to cost a hell of a lot. And we do have wireless in the building, and it does work. So we'll just see about the outer reaches of the wings if it'll work there. But the intent is to have, as I had described before, cameras in the middle of every hallway looking both ways. So every leg of every hallway is going to have a dual camera looking both ways, not down the entire hallway. So it works better as far as being able to see who's in the hallway. Don't know how many it's going to be. It could be as many as 40 cameras. But we're not sparing any expense on this. We're putting an entire place on a whole new set of cameras with a whole new computer to run it. So we're in the process of working on that now. And I'll give you more updates as we get through that one. So kind of excited about that. May even be able to put some more somewhere else, because not only the hallways, but there's other areas of the building I'd like to have cameras where we've never had them. I'd like to have them in the annex and in the gym area, and we've got all our doors covered. A little more coverage in the garage would be nice too, even though we have the gates and the doors covered down there on our cameras now. So we're going to look at other opportunities where we can use these. Might put them in the dining room so we can see who's blowing their nose in my napkins. Nah, just kidding. We haven't had that in a long time. Nobody's complained to me about that in a long time. So good on you all. Do we need one in the turkey roost?
No, actually, the question was from one of the residents, and that had to do with the security when you are leaving and that sort of thing. The question is, if you put your do not disturb sign out, they won't come in, even though you've given them permission. That's what the question is, and I guess the answer, I don't know.
It's about putting out the do not disturb sign. How many people have a do not disturb sign? Really? There's a lot of them out there. I'm surprised. Do we need to get more out for those of you who don't have them? Yeah? Okay. You never used it. Well, maybe you could sell it to somebody else. Yeah, I don't see a lot of them hanging out there. But if you have it and you don't want anybody in your room, including housekeeping, just put it on there. The best thing to do, though, quite frankly, is to communicate with housekeeping. So if you're going to be out, I hear these calls all the time. Call the concierge and say you're going to be out, you don't want housekeeping. Cancel your housekeeping for the day. I hear those calls come in all the time. And then they radio the housekeepers and say no housekeeping for apartment, blah, blah, today. That's a standard thing that works. I don't want anybody to miss their housekeeping, but if they're not concerned with it, and in some cases, people don't need weekly housekeeping, and so they'll cancel it because they're going to be out. So, but that's the standard rule. Go to the concierge. I pretty much say that for everything. Call the concierge. It's like communication central. Sorry. No, I've suffered with pneumonia for the last week and a half. It's getting better now. I just still have the cough. It's okay. It's not contagious. Okay, questions. I'm done with my stuff. Anybody got questions? Question in the back. backlog on the DVR. Yeah, you need one and you can't get it? Oh, IT can't get them? I don't know. Let me check on that DVR backlog. I have not heard anything about that. Let me double check. And I'll get back to you on that. I had not heard that, but thanks for telling me. Refurbished?
Broken ones that are refurbished.
Well, if they're broken, IT doesn't even go into them and fix them. They just throw them away. Well, that's a bit of a stretch to think that. What's that based on? That the distributor is going to rebuild these things and send us old ones. Sounds like an old wives' tale to me. I would hope that we get new ones. But you know what? If they get one and you put it in and it works, that's all we care about, right? Yeah, no, again, I know nothing about this. First I heard of it. So let me check on the DVR issue. I have not heard anything about that. Has anybody else? DVRs? No? Okay, I will find out tomorrow morning. I'll check. It's a new one on me. Okay, dokie. John has a question.
Who's gonna replace you?
Who's going to replace me? Don't know. It's a good question. Not my job. I don't get to choose who replaces me. No, the board is working with HR and they'll do a national search and they'll go after the best person that comes up in the search, much like they did with Terry next door. It's not my decision. I'm not even involved in the process. All I told them was, you got to get moving on this. It takes a while to find somebody. And we want to get him here as fast as we can so that he can cross-train with me before I go. But if they're late and they don't get somebody, I told the board I'll hang as long as it needs to be to get somebody up to speed. So it's not like I'm going to walk out the door October 31st and leave you hanging. I wouldn't do that to you. And I'm going October 31st because it's the end of the year, which means I'll be done with the budget for the following year. I'll be done with surveys. I'll be done with all the annual things that we get done, which is why summer's always a busy time for us. So I want to make sure I've tied all the knots and everything is set before I go to Hawaii and live on a beach and have a little suntan girl bringing me umbrella drinks. Yeah, right. It's time for me to go. I got residents in here that are younger than me. Geez, I got to get out of here. That's not good. No, it's time. I'm turning 78 in a couple of months and I need to have a few years of relaxation while the old body can still work. Yes, sir. Herman, thank you. There's going to be a party. I don't know when. I'm not doing it. Board's figuring something out. Maybe, I'm guessing maybe it'll be in the October board meeting when they're here. Maybe they'll do something big in here after the board meeting. Would make sense since everybody's here. We'll see, but I'm not involved in that. I just assume quietly slide out the back door. But thank you to everybody who's been asking, and I know there's some people that are sorry to see me go, and there's some people that are celebrating, so it's all good. I'm not naive. I get it. It's fine. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it, and I've had a great time here for 13 years. A great time working with all of you, so I'm thankful for that. Yes?
job for us. And I appreciate. Here, here.
Thank you, Marion. I appreciate that. I hate to repeat what she just said, but it was all good stuff about me. So it's been a good run from the beginning when we had like 35 people in here, up to being running Fat, Dumb, and Sassy for like 8 years at 96, 98%, and then working our way through the pandemic. I'm mostly proud that we made it through the pandemic and didn't lose any of you. That was a proud moment for me to get through that process and keep you all safe.
But you did it.
Well, you guys did it. I didn't do it. You all helped and went along with the crazy programs that we had. I still love the days, and I think about when the leadership team is going down the hallway passing out toilet paper to music and passing out ice creams and passing out wine on Friday, and this team that you have here is because of them that we're as successful as we are, and that you guys worked with us and cooperated with us on it. But I'm going to tell you this, and I've said it before, but probably not in a big group. I've been doing this for 27 years in this business, and I've never had a team as strong as the leadership team that we have here. You guys are very lucky to have the guys that we've got running these teams. They're really good. So I continue to say that because I've had enough experience with bad teams. So these guys are great. And I'm very proud of our culture that we've created here. I'm very proud of the fact that we have numbers of longevity with our residents that actually are longer than the national averages. It makes me think that successful aging is a reality, and we've proven it here. So again, it's all kudos to you guys. It's us offering you the opportunity, but you guys grabbing the reins and keeping moving and keeping yourselves sharp. So excited to see more new folks moving in. I think we have 3 move-ins this month and possibly 4. And I would love it if we get to our budget at the end of October at 90%. I'd be very happy to walk out at 90%. It'd be a great thing because it's a long haul from 69% where we were. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, questions? Yep. Well, geez, John. Yes, John.
We had a problem downstairs with that door that these guys locked and let their animals out.
We have had a couple of door problems with folks putting rocks and bricks in the door. I looked on the cameras and we talked with one resident, and there's other residents that are doing it also. So again, just a reminder, you guys, we can go to the cameras and find you. Quite frankly, we don't have a lot of time to do that all the time, but if we have a pretty decent timeline, we can actually go to the cameras and look at every door because they're all on the cameras. So do me a favor, please. Let's keep our security tight. Let's keep the doors closed. Come out those doors, fine, but go back through the lobby, please. Appreciate that. Or all the way around the building, come back in the wellness center. You can come in that door, obviously. Or the garage, you can come in through the gate if you can't make it all the way around the building. But do one of those. Make sure you have your fob with you so you can get in. And that way you're not, keep forgetting about this little camera. Just to make sure that we try to keep our security tight. We appreciate that. Try to keep everybody safe. Yes, ma'am.
Like somebody's family.
It could be if it's, yeah, it could be rattling with the air pressure changing if you've got your air conditioning on or your heater on. But we can put a little weather stripping in there that would seal that and stop it from happening. Put a work order in for some what they call weather stripping. We have it in the shop, and they can put a strip in the jamb of your door, and that'll stop that looseness and the vibration between the two. Yeah, not a problem. Yep. Gonna get warm, guys. You ready for some sunshine? It's supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, and then cool down again. So spring is here. Enjoy it. Enjoy the sunshine. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you.